welcome to Titanium Talk Tarot, and today I will be doing a what are you resisting right now and how video, okay? So for this, I'll be using some concepts from Superconscious Education brought to us by Chris Duncan, and as well as the Ask and It Is Given card deck by Esther and Jerry Hicks. And with that being said, let us get into the insight portion of this reading. So what I've heard in many of the readings up to today was that something that you started working on in autumn is going to come to fruition at this point. So don't lose hope, don't lose faith, and keep on working on it. Keep the faith and do everything that is needed. Okay. Now, on the other hand, I feel like they do say that dawn. Wait, what is it? It's darkest right before dawn. So I feel like what's going to happen is going to be that you are going to receive news, you are going to receive ideas, and things are going to come to your attention that will kind of derail you from your hope or that thing you want to attract. And I feel like that is just saying, keep the faith, it is going to happen. Just be patient a little while longer. That's easier said than done, I know, but in some cases, that is what needs to happen. All right, so that was it for my insight portion. I actually had done a previous version, but because I kind of condensed all of those 7 minutes into this 2-minute bit, it feels like I just spoke and spoke and spoke and spoke and spoke. But okay, so this makes me think that it's going to be condensed. Like, you feel like it might take longer, but it's going to happen much quicker, is what I'm getting from this. Alright, so that was it for my insight. Now, on to the reading. So, like I said, this is going to be what are you resisting right now and how, okay? And the way I'm dividing this reading is with the 6 sabotaging belief patterns brought to us by Chris Duncan. And the first first sabotaging belief pattern is that you are not capable. So for those who do not feel capable of doing something, it could be anything, it could be whatever, okay, which would indicate that you can be all 6 of these in different areas of your life. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone to the highest good who has a message for my individuals who do not feel capable this week, please come forward and share what is it that they're resisting right now and how. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone to the highest good, and you got this card pointing towards the right. Now, cards that come out pointing towards the right to me indicate that they're happening quickly or they're happening in the deep future. How deep the future, I don't know, but if you continue doing what you've been doing up to this point, it is definitely going to happen. Okay? So this card says, why does my saying no to it mean saying yes to it? Okay? So if you don't check yourself, this will come to fruition. All right? And this is the image, and in the back it says, when you give attention to something you desire and say yes to it, you are including it in your vibration. But when you look at something you do not want and say no to it, you are including it in your vibration. You cannot exclude anything that you are giving your attention to. So keep in mind that what you pay attention to is what you will attract, want it or not. I don't care if you're saying, I don't want this. The only thing that matters is to God, is that you're paying attention to it. And so clearly you want it. If you don't want it, stop thinking about it. Stop reiterating it. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. Just shift your attention to something else, which I know is easier said than done, but it is going to happen. Okay, and I'm going to give you a very I'm going to give you an example. All right. So while I was living with my grandma when I was going to college, she had this fear in the pit of her stomach that I was going to be in an accident. In her head, she knew I was going to get in an accident. Now, I don't think that it was only her doing that I got in an accident. It was a string of events that really happened that they all coincided all together. So when I was in the accident, I did get into an accident. Actually, I got into a major accident. I was hit by a car, right? While in my year and a half at college, I got hit by a car. And now when that happened, my grandmother was like, I knew it! I knew something was going to happen. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but just by your attention to it, you are kind of calling it in. Now, I'm not saying that I didn't have a part to play in this. I did, because I did. And the only person who has power over your reality is you. So don't put the blame on someone else. Put the blame on yourself, because you are the master manifester in your life. Okay? So that is what I have for you guys, my individuals who don't feel capable. So now on to the individuals who don't feel worthy this week. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good, who has a message for the individuals who do not feel worthy this week, please come forward and share what are they resisting right now and how. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good, who has a message for the individuals who do not feel worthy this week, please come forward and share what are they resisting right now and how. Please come. Please, God, angels, and guides, and you got way too many cards. Please come forward and share what are they resisting right now and how. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for the individuals who do not feel worthy this week, please come forward and share what are they resisting right now and how. And you got, I can gradually change my vibrational frequency. And this is the image. And in the back it says, there is no thought that you cannot eventually have, just as there is no place that you cannot eventually reach from wherever you are. But you cannot instantly jump to a thought that has a vibrational frequency very different from the thoughts you are usually thinking, right? So you create your vibrational vortex, which attracts things to you, right? You, basically, if you know the concept of a tornado, now don't quote me on this. I'm just following my intuition on this insight. If you follow a tornado, okay, so generally it has a spin, and things get attracted to it, right? Get attracted to it and then fling out. I think I might be wrong on that, but anyway, they get sucked into the vortex and whatnot. Okay, which is what I wanted to say. What am I getting at? So, if you have a positive vortex, okay, positive spin, you will attract more positivity to you. If you have a negative spin, you will attract more negativity to you. Like the example of my grandmother, who had a thought that I was going to get into an accident, and get into an accident, get into an accident, get into an accident, get into an accident, get into an accident. So it happened. Okay, that's a negative vortex. So if you can turn your negative vortex into a positive one, which might take time, and I can attest to this because I had to change my vortex from negative to positive, and I did it. Okay, it takes a couple of years, but it is worth the change, the shift. It's worth it. Okay, so just be able to power through is what I'm getting. Okay, so that was it for the individuals who don't feel worthy this week. Now for the individuals who don't belong. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for the individuals who don't feel like they belong this week. Please come forward and share what is it that they're resisting right now and how. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for the individuals who do not feel like they belong. Please come forward and share what are they resisting right now and how. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good. And you got what you get. And you got life is always in motion, so I cannot be stuck. Okay. And this is the image, and in the back it says, it is not possible to stand still or be stuck because energy, and therefore life, is always in motion. Things are always changing. The reason it may feel to you as if you are stuck is because while you are continuing to think the same thoughts, things are changing, but they are changing to the same thing over and over again. Which to this, at the bottom, I wrote down, think of having on demand on satellite, which would mean that if a show, okay, passed, aired already, but you've kept it, you can go back and watch it again, right? So it's like that. And the only difference is this, instead of it being a show, it's a lesson because you've decided to relearn the same lesson over and over again without actually getting the lesson. So you are going to continually get the same lesson until you learn it, basically. Or in the satellite analogy, you are going to get the same show over and over again until you change your mind and decide to look at something else. Okay? So that was it for the individuals who don't feel like they belong this week. So now on to the individuals who do not feel perfect. Okay? So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for the individuals who do not feel perfect this week, please come forward and share what is it that they are resisting right now and how. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for the individuals that do not feel perfect this week, please come forward and share what are they resisting right now and how. And you got card pointing towards the right. So this card says, every reality has been focused by someone into being, which means, well, first of all, cards pointing towards the right to me indicate that they are happening quickly or they're happening in the deep future. How deep a future, I don't know, but if you continue doing what you've been doing up to this point, it is definitely going to happen, okay? So this card says in the back, this is the image, it says, you were taught to face reality before you knew you were creating reality. Do not face reality unless it is a reality you want to create. For any reality only exists because someone has focused it into being. Those statistics about your experiences and others are not about any hard and fast now reality. And I'm getting the prompt to go back to the analogy that I used, or to go back to the example I gave about my grandmother. Right? It's all right. So my grandmother saw me have an accident. Right? Now, what came with the accident was that I had a lot of work to do to get back to what I was before. And so my grandma was, Talal, you are really in bad shape. She's like, yeah, I am. That will not stop me from moving forward and making my dreams into reality. But she's not necessarily on that vibration. So to her, she only saw the uphill, the steep uphill climb, right? And I was like, okay, so the only thing that I saw was my objective, and I went towards it, and I got it, I achieved it. Now, it's fine and dandy, right? But what I want to say is that I only manifested my getting better I, right? Because I was able to stay the course and make it and stay the course until it becomes a reality, until it manifested, which means that is the way that you will be able to do it. And I know it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not meant to be easy. It's only meant for the faint of heart, right? Not It's not meant for the faint of heart, should I say? It's meant for those who are going to do whatever it takes to get to their objective, right? I'm gonna go back to the meme on social media, which is like you stop this close from cashing in on the jackpot, okay, because you haven't hit it yet. You know that person digging a hole in the ground, trying to reach gold, and stops like right like this much from it. That's what it is, right? You never know. And life, I'm just going to tell you a little secret. Life will never stop being an uphill battle. Okay, you'll always have something to do. Just because you hit gold once does not mean you'll be able to keep the gold or be able to maintain it. Well, kind of, that's keep the gold. You want to keep it, make it work for you and whatnot. Okay, so that is what I got for the individuals who don't feel perfect this week. Now, on to the individuals who do not feel significant this week. So please, God, angels, and guides, and God, good, who has a message for the individuals who do not feel significant this week, please come forward and share. And you got a card pointing towards the left. Now, cards pointing towards the left to me indicate that they either happened in the past or they're happening super slowly. Okay, so this card says, but what about those innocent little babies? And this is the image. And in the back it says, even your babies are offering vibrations that the universe is matching. And like you, your little ones are influenced by the vibrations of those who surround them. But nevertheless, they are creating their own reality. Like you, long before their physical birth, they set into motion they set into motion this life experience they are now living. They are now living. Okay? So just because they're babies does not mean that they do not manifest, they don't create. What it only means is that they were closer to source energy, which means they haven't been indoctrinated by Earth to forget about the fact that they can manifest what they want. Think about it, how easy it is for babies to manifest what they want. All they have to do is cry. Of course, there are some babies who don't get that, right? Who have difficult parents, who are, I don't know, no, there's XYZ possibilities. But generally, babies have it easier because they are closer to source. Have not been tainted by life yet. So just keep that in mind. Okay, our babies are creating their reality as well. Okay, so that was it for the individuals that do not feel significant. So now, on to the individuals who do not feel good enough. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for the individuals who do not feel good enough this week, please come forward and share what can they do to feel good enough. So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for the individuals who do not feel good enough, please come forward and share what can they do to feel good enough. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for the individuals who do not feel good enough, please come forward and share what they can do to feel good enough this week. So, please, God, angels, and guides, and you got success is about the joy I feel. Yes. Right, so this is the image, and in the back it says, when you are genuinely thrilled by someone else's success, that means you are right on the track of your own. Success is not about getting it done. The measure of success in life is not the attainment of the money or the stuff. The measure of success is absolutely the amount of joy you feel. So if you love what you do, if you are happy to wake up in the morning, if you are happy to see the people around you get success, if you are happy, about that, you are closer to success than you think. Okay? Because success is not the stuff. Like I said, success is not the stuff. Success is the feeling. So that's why they say you can have it now, right? It's basically tapping into the feeling of what it is you want to feel when you're going to get that manifestation. So if you want, I don't know, some car, how would that car, having that car in your driveway feel? Feel that right now and you'll get it faster. Or is it a relationship? How will that relationship make you feel? So instead of waiting for the relationship to feel it now and you'll get it much faster. And you might actually get something better out of it. So, and if that does happen, that you get something different from what you actually anticipated, instead of harping on it, be like, all right, so this is even better than what I asked for. Think of it that way. And if you think of it that way, it will come in much, much quicker, okay? And much, much better, all right? So, my gorgeous individuals who do not feel good enough this week, this is what I got for you guys. Now, my gorgeous triple tears, this is everything else. This is what I have for you guys for this video series this week. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple T's, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next Tuesday, okay? Bye.